Hey up, cunts. Now, before I start this video, I realise I've got to do the generic 2020 intro where it's all like, oh my god, 2020 was the worst year ever because more pandemic. So, there you go. Hopefully this is the first good video since my hiatus. I can imagine the few of you guys who actually watch my videos being like, "Oi, gunman, what the fuck? You've been back for 3 months and the best you can do is a stretched out image of Jimmy Savile." I'm just here to talk about games, so here's my top 5 games of the year. Oh, and just as a heads up, because modern games are shit, all of the games on this list are all games that I've played for the first time in 2020, so there won't be any Last of Us 2 or any other gay tranny shit like that.
We're ready and waiting for you. Come on, pull up to the starting line and rev your engine.
I love me a good arcade racer, so when I got around to playing Ridge Racer Revolution, I had a gay old time. It's just pick up and play fun, really. You drive around racing and shit, the gameplay's really fast paced, and the controls are smooth and it's really satisfying to properly drift. The AI... yeah, fuck, I can't pronounce that shit. The AI rubber banding ain't too bad either, aside from that fucking black car. I'd be fucked if I didn't mention the best part of this game, though. The music. God damn, this is some good shit. 90s racing games are known for their amazing soundtracks, and this is no exception. This sounds like something that came out of the Prodigy's Experience album, which is the best album, by the way. It's just the perfect game for when you can't think of anything else to play or can't be asked to do anything. I don't have anything else to say, honestly, it's just a fun racing game. So when I played Snowboard Kids, I really didn't expect to fall in love as much as I did. Man, this game represents pretty much everything I love about games from this era. Simple gameplay with a high skill ceiling, tons of unlockables and optional minigame modes to keep coming back, those catchy, high energy tunes and fun character designs. Basically, imagine something like Mario Kart, but with snowboards and a cool trick system. I used to love games like this as a kid, so the art style, sound design, and general atmosphere gave me this weird nostalgic feeling, and it's just so fucking comfy. This is definitely going to be a game I come back to whenever I have my N64 hooked up. Kinda sad how we'll never see a Snowboard Kids 3 because niche games like this just don't sell anymore. And also because the DS reboot fucked everything up, but hey, since it's an Atlas game, Jack Frost is playable. That's something. Oh man, now I really want a Snowboard Kids 3. You could have all sorts of Atlas or even Sega characters in there with online play.
Like that's ever gonna happen. Oh,
So, at the beginning of the year, I played through all of the numbered Mega Man X games, and it was certainly an interesting experience. The series definitely varies wildly in quality, way beyond the scope of X7 bad because 3D. But of course, the best one is X4. Man, I had so much fun with this one. While X4 may be a bit lacking in regards to creative level design, it makes up for it by going all out with the actiony set pieces. There's never a dull moment. It's like a combination of the previous X titles and Sliider. X is okay to play as, but the real fun lies with playing as Zero. He's just so fun to play as with his crazy ass moveset. The lineup of Mavericks is the best the series has ever seen, even if Split Mushroom does suffer from Spark Mandrill syndrome. One of the things I appreciate most about this game is that outside of some health and armor upgrades, this game is extremely straightforward. I can just pick it up and have fun without having to think about all the stupid bullshit that X3 and, God forbid, X5 tacked on. I really haven't got much else to say. It's just a cool action game with some nice graphics and awesome music. Bitch. also one of the first games I played in 2020, to the point where it feels like I played it much earlier than I actually did. I ended up loving this game so much that I actually 100%ed it twice in the same year. So, what's the deal with Kirby's Fun Pack? Well, it's essentially a compilation of 9 smaller games, and while this does sound like a cynical marketing ploy, I mean, it kind of is. I love how they went about this, giving each game its own set of mechanics and objectives, while still keeping the gameplay generally the same. There's nothing else like it, to my knowledge. Well, actually, now that I think about it, there is Sonic Dreams Collection, but I mean, that doesn't really count as a real video game. I love the bosses, I love how satisfying the combat feels with them implementing fighting game mechanics into a platformer. The visuals are bitchin', the music's nice, and it just blows my mind that this is a SNES game. If you're wondering what my favourite game on Kirby's Fun Pack is, I mean, come on, it's fucking Revenge of Meta Knight. This is my new favourite SNES game, and I can say that this has red-pilled me on Kirby. I decided to marathon the Resident Evil series in the summer, but got bored about halfway through Zero, so I didn't end up playing everyone's favourite. But the first 2 RE games are still great. Played RE3 for the first time, which was surprisingly also really good. Then there was Code Veronica, which wasn't very good. Resident Evil Remake is the best Resident Evil game and the best game on the GameCube. Fucking love this game, takes everything great from the original Resident Evil and improves upon it. Great fucking atmosphere with a graphical presentation that still holds up today, fun puzzles, great additions to keep veterans on the toes such as the Crimson Heads and Lisa Trevor, tons of tense moments and serious strategizing when it comes to deciding whether or not to kill zombies, burn the corpses, use sub-weapons, etc. And yeah, it just kicks ass. Go play it. Well anyway, I hope you enjoyed my list. Could have been a top 10, in fact I was originally going to do a top 15, but you know I'm too lazy for that. Oh, and if you're wondering if I'm going to make a worst games list, sorry to disappoint you, but no, I don't really think it's worth it. But real quick, the games I played this year that I didn't like. Sonic Lost World, honestly the worst Sonic game of all time. Although I have played it before 2020, so it doesn't really count, but either way I fucking hate it. Speaking of Sonic, Sonic Forces was a bag of wank. Mega Man X6 and X7 were trash. Didn't really like Code Veronica, as you can tell. I played all of the Crash games just before Christmas. Tag Team Racing's pretty bad, so was Mind Over Mutant. They were just really boring, I didn't even bother finishing them. Boom Bang was fucking atrocious, but I mean, I've played all these Crash games before, so they don't really count. I played Rise of the Robots, pissed up on 8 pints in a Discord call. That wasn't fun. Yeah, I got nothing.